Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is another problems in beautiful and challenge problem under engineering economy, and I'll call them problems 46. There are two problems in this video. The first part is this one, and this is the second part. This is still about uh, construction of cash flow diagram, and by based on the questions, if you master projections, uh, present value, future value of the different values, it may be uniform, it may be at random values, then we can project it to present. There's no problem for that. So here is the first problem, 46. The purchaser of a farm made a cash payment and also promised to pay $400 at the end of each 3 months for 8 years. He failed to make the first 7 payments of $400 each. At the end of 2 years, he desires to complete the purchase of the farm by making a single payment. How much should he pay if money is worth 9% compounded quarterly? So it is clearly stated in this problem that we do not worry about the cash payment made because we are concerned about the equal payments of $400 at the end of each 3 months for 8 years, and that's the purchaser's current and future liabilities. So let's draw the cash flow diagram. It should look like this from first 3 months up to the 8 years. 8 times 4, because we have 4 payments per year, every 3 months, so 4 payments per year. So 4 times 8 years is 32. It should end this way. So for the first 7, these are just imaginary. Supposedly these are complete. So $400 each. So to analyze the situation, the question is how much should he pay if money is worth 9% compounded quarterly. So he wishes to pay a single amount at the end of 2 years. So that's the 8th period here. And I'll call that F8. So to solve for F8, we need to solve for P first. After we solve the equivalent present worth of all these payments supposedly, then we project P by multiplying it by 1 plus I to the 8. And that is the single amount that the purchaser should pay at the end of 2 years to discharge his obligations, past and future obligations of $400 every 3 months. So formula for present worth of annuity, where N is 32. So we have to solve for F8. We're looking for F8. So P F8 is equal to P1 plus I to the 8. But before F8, we need to solve for P first. So F8, by the way, is P1 plus I to the 8. And we need P first. P is equal to 400 over I. I is 0.09 divided by 4. That's 0.0225. So 400,000 over 0.0225, quantity 1 minus 1.0225 raised to negative 32. So the present value of this 32 equal payments of 400 pesos supposedly is $9,055.07. We can now compute F8 by multiplying it by 1 plus I to the 8. Another way of computing P, by the way, is the summation key of your calculator, and that is equal to sum of 400 over 1.0225 to the x, where x ranges from 1 to 32. And that value is also 9,055.07. So F8 therefore can now be computed. 9,055.07 1 times 1.0225 to the 8. So F8 is equal to 10,019. 10,819 dollars. So another way to solve for F8 is it is the future worth of these 8 equal payments. Future worth of annuity is A over I, 400 over I, 0.0225, quantity 1 plus I to the n minus 1, where n is 8. So F8 is 400 over 0.0225, 1 plus I, 1.0225 to the 8 minus 1. So that's the sum of these 8 equal payments which occurs here, plus the present worth of this equal payments from 9 to 32. There are 32 minus 9, 23 plus 1. There are 24 equal payments, and if you notice, this is present value of ordinary annuity. So plus 400 over I, which is 0.0225, quantity 1 minus 1.0225 raised to negative 24. 24 is 32 minus 9 plus 1. That's the number of equal payments beyond 8. So 400 over 0.0225, quantity 1 minus 1.0225 to the negative 24. So adding, the first is equal to 3463.66. The second is $7,355.61. Adding, it should also be $10,819. Or the other way is the summation notation, sum of 400 times 1.0225. Let's project it here. 400 times 1.0225 to the x, where x is from 0 to 7. Why 0 to 7? Because this $400, which occurs at 8, is already 400 at that period. So 400 times 1.0225 to the 0, that's still 400. That is represented by that. For the next 400, which occurs at the 7th period, its power is only 1 because the distance is 1. The number of compound periods is 1. So that's why it represents here. Then this one is 7 steps up to 8. So that's why 0 to 7. But the number 0 to 7 is equal to 8 from 0 to 7. 0 plus, that's 1, 0. Then plus 7, so that's 8 payments. Then plus this 400 projected there. So 400 divided by 1.0225 to the x, and it begins with 1 because the distance of this 9 period from 8 is 1 to 24, because remember there are 24 payments. So plus 400 over summation of 400 over 1.0225 to the x from 1 to 24. So the value of this first term is $3,463.66, and the second is $7,355.61. So the value of F8 is the same, $10,819. So that's it for this video. So 46B, the expected yearly income of a person from his owned farm are $1,500, $1,800, $2,500, $3,600, and $4,500 from first to fifth year. If money is worth 2.5% compounded annually, Part A, what is the present worth of his farm income for this 5-year period? Then B, what is the average annual farm income for this 5-year period? So let's have the cash flow diagram to help analyze the situation. And we will call the present worth of all this yearly income by P. So we simply divide this by 1 plus I to that respective numbers where they fall. So 46BA, P is 1,500 over 1.025 to the 1 plus 1,800 over 1.025 to the 2 plus 2,500 over 1.025 to the 3 plus 3,600 over 1.025 to the 4 plus 4,500 over 1.025 to the 5. So adding, we have the present value of this yearly income equal to $12,737. Then what is the average annual farm income for this 5-year period? So we imagine that this cash flow diagram is converted into uniform cash flow diagram. So it's now annuity, and we equate the present value P by the present worth of annuity A over I, quantity 1 plus I to the negative n, where n is 5. So P A over I, quantity 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n. So A is the required uniform annual farm income. I is 0.025, then N is 5. So 12,737 equals A over 0.025, quantity 1 minus 1.025 to the negative 5. Solving for A is $2,741.6. So that's it for this video.